On paper, Honey Bunches of Oats nearly has it all. Do you like flakes in your cereal? It's got multiple kinds. Not a flake person? It's got oat clusters for you. All held together with the sweet taste of honey. Now, you may view Honey Bunches of Oats as a cereal that just merely exists. Nothing more, nothing less. Is it disappointing when it ends up in your pantry? No. Is it a cereal to fight over on a Saturday morning with your siblings? Definitely not. It's just there. And like my wife says about my presence in our home, it's not exactly ideal, but it's just enough. All right? Our challenger today is Great Value's Crunchy Honey Oats. Now, do these Crunchy Honey Oats have bunches? Are the Honey Bunches of Oats crunchy? We're the only ones qualified to answer this, especially after today. Even if we do in fact have. Before we dive into the cereal, I'm going to go over the history of the cereal a little bit. I got my note cards right here. You probably realize that I'm reading from these, which is fine, because is anyone really watching this? Probably not. All right, Honey Bunches of Oats came to us in the most basic yet effective of ways. Brute force, okay? So, cereal company Post wanted a new cereal, and longtime employee Vernon J. Herzing just took existing Post cereals and mixed and matched and had his daughter taste the various combinations that he came out with. Now, having settled on a winning combination, Honey Bunches of Oats, the cereal, hit grocery shelves in 1989, okay? When I was but a lad of 3. Cereal did okay, I guess, through the 90s. You know, you see it on the shelves. It's got kind of plain packaging. Nothing really flashy about it, but it sold all right. But it really took off in the 2000s, okay? Early 2000s. Post launched the famous commercial where they go into the factory, and then you have that nice little lady screaming, "We gotta feed America!" You familiar with that one? No?
I don't remember that one at all.
It's on YouTube. You can look it up. That lady's name is Diana Hunter, and that really made the cereal take off. They actually brought her back for another series of commercials, I think in the 2017 about. But since that commercial in the early 2000s, Honey Bunches of Oats has become the number 4 best-selling cereal in the country. Okay? Which only proves that Ms. Hunter was correct in her claim that she had to feed America. Now, since its inception in 1989, there are over 30 varieties of Honey Bunches of Oats out there. Some come and go, but some of the more interesting or well-known ones are with almonds. Now that comes in a blue box.
I knew that one.
Okay, strawberries with strawberries.
Yep.
Got little freeze-dried strawberries. They have a freeze-dried peaches kind.
Didn't know about that.
No. Vanilla Honey Bunches of Oats, which I guess are like frosted flakes mixed in with them. I don't know. This would probably be my personal favorite. Just the bunches. You take the flakes out of it, you got just the clusters.
Okay.
That's mine. Mango coconut.
I'm sold on that.
You like that one? And they also just have their own line of granolas. In a little bag, you buy granola. You can eat it. So Mark, this is Mark, by the way. He's joining us. How do you feel about Honey Bunches of Oats, and why did you? Mark picked what we were going to be doing today, and he picked Honey Bunches of Oats. So why did you pick it, Mark?
They are, for me, the perfect balance between something that appears healthy, not going to say they're healthy, and the sugary cereals that you know are going to keep you on the crapper for at least an hour.
Okay.
So I feel they're the perfect balance. So when I'm feeling slightly wild and I don't want to eat some Weetabix in the morning, I grab me some Honey Bunches of Oats.
You eat Weetabix a lot?
I have eaten Weetabix quite a bit.
Sound like a dirty European.
They are delicious, but and they clear you out. I mean, it's fantastic after Indian food.
Now one thing Mark, I experience with eating cereal is it messes up my internals no matter what I'm eating.
Okay. Okay.
And the thing is, growing up, I loved eating cereal. Like, that was like my favorite thing. And now I still have a taste for it, but it just ruins me on the inside. So it's very frustrating. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. I got a few more facts right here about the two cereals we're eating today. So prices, okay? Now I purchased two 18-ounce boxes of honey roasted honey bunches of oats. That's the OG.
Delicious.
And then an 18-ounce box of crunchy honey oats. Now, honey bunches of oats does make a smaller box. The 18-ounce is their family size. They do make, excuse me, they do make a smaller size, but the 18-ounce was the only size of the great value stuff I could find. So I just wanted apples to apples. I bought 18-ounce boxes of each. The honey bunches of oats cost $4.93, which comes to about 27 cents per ounce of cereal that you're spending. Okay. The crunchy honey oats from Great Value cost $2.67, which comes to about 15 cents per ounce.
Okay.
So that's a pretty big difference.
That is.
Right? You're definitely saving money buying the Great Value brand, but will that come through in the taste? So what's going to happen now is we're going to taste the cereal. We're going to try it dry. Then we're going to get some milk and pour it in here and try it out. And we are going to guess which one is the Great Value brand, which one is the real thing.
Okay. Okay.
You're also going to determine which one you like more, right?
I'm going to tell you right now, it's probably going to be the OG.
Well, you think that, but who knows?
That's all I'm saying.
And if we're unanimous and we agree, if we agree that one is better, like if we say like, oh, the Red Bull's better, and then it's revealed that it is in fact the honey crunchy oats, crunchy honey oats, that's what it's called. It's that, then it goes in our Hall of Champions, which is an imaginary place where the better store brand stuff goes.
Okay.
So let's try dry. Just grab a couple flakes. So the Blue Bowl is one kind, and the Red Bull is another. So we'll figure out what it's like. So
trying the blue first.
Trying the blue first. We got little crunches, little clusters in there, smaller than a dime, and we got flakes. The flakes are, well, okay, we got some oats in there, but the flakes appear to be two types of flakes in there, actually. There's like a darker, they both seem to be made of corn. Anyway, okay.
Yeah, but one's frosted.
One's frosted, the other's not frosted.
Yeah, one has a little sweetness to it.
Yeah. It's a good crunch. Corn flakes tend to be like lighter than wheat flakes, you know?
Yep.
And you definitely feel that. It has a very clean crunch. And you're definitely getting a little honey flavor in there. For sure.
How big are your oat clusters?
They're smaller than a dime. They're not huge.
They're not big. Okay.
Okay. Now moving to the red.
And I'm gonna palate cleanse.
Good idea. That's why I got this water. Okay. Now the Red Bull. So looking at the flakes, they appear to be variety of sizes. Like just looking in here, I've got one flake right here. This is a corn flake. It's this big. And then another corn flake is this big. So, I mean, you're getting a lot of variation in flake size.
The blue one doesn't have as much variation.
Yeah.
And I am seeing more oats. Maybe that's just the luck of the draw. More oats.
I'm getting this flake in here, and there's a few others. It's a darker flake. Almost looks like a wheat flake. So like your...
Yeah, that little guy right there.
Yeah, right there. They're darker colored and very irregular in size.
Looks like cracked wheat.
And I'm not seeing as many... I mean, there are clusters in here, and the cluster size is about the same, but there aren't as many, it appears to be. Anyway, okay, let's try this dry.
Oh, no, you don't.
I'm going to say this. You can taste the honey in both of them, but red is definitely more sweet.
Red's sweeter. Not as many oat clusters. And the oat clusters, for me, seem smaller.
Okay.
Oh, no. No. I like the oat clusters.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to get some milk. We're going to pour it in here. We're going to eat it the way God intended, with milk. And we'll make our final determinations then. So we're going to be gone for like a minute, but to you it's only going to seem like a second through the magic of editing. Okay. So we're back, and we used whole milk today, which is really the best tasting milk, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You need the extra fat.
Yeah, you do. You do. All right, so we're going to dig into these with milk. We're going to start with blue.
Yep, blue first.
And let's go at it.
Good crunch.
It's a good crunch, but
Exactly what you'd expect.
Texture-wise, I'm just eating a bowl of flakes. Honey-flavored flakes, which isn't a bad thing per se, but...
And subtle honey. There's not a ton in there. And then when you introduce milk, it becomes even more subtle. Not a lot of crunch with the oats.
I wonder... And I'm having trouble determining this on a personal level, but when your teeth do hit a cluster, it's like a special treat for you.
Oh, yeah.
But it's used so sparingly. It's like, but is that a psychological thing? Is that what the cereal makers intend?
No. Actually, I don't know. But if I was a cereal maker, I'd want a little surprise, a little happiness, every other bite.
I mean, personally, like I said earlier, I just want all clusters. All right, now the red.
What?
Cleanse that palate.
Pinky up. Okay. Let's go.
Dig in. Now here's the weird thing. Okay? The red was sweet or dry, right?
It has flipped.
It has. The red in milk isn't as sweet.
It seemed like this had more of a crunch, but this did have a little bit more time to sit with the milk.
Yes.
And you're always going to have it with milk.
Yeah.
Ideally. So it has flipped. This is sweeter.
The big question here, Mark, is sweeter better to you?
To me.
I think as far as the one that I like more, my mind is made up. I have no idea which one is which. But I know which one I like more.
Okay, sweeter doesn't necessarily, for me, mean better.
Right.
But honey has a very distinct flavor.
Yes.
And so more honey, yes, is going to make it sweeter, but it also is going to give it that flavor, which is what I'm looking for when I grab me a box of Honey Bunches of Oats.
Okay.
And so when it's a little bit sweeter, a little bit more honey, I do enjoy it more. So, yeah.
So you like the Blue Bowl more?
I do like the Blue Bowl more.
Okay. I am on the other side. I like the Red Bowl
You
more.
would. You would.
I think if you put these two bowls of cereal in front of me, I could eat more of the red than I could of the blue. Just sheer quantity.
Okay.
Okay? And I think, like I said, eating the Blue Bowl was just like eating a bowl of cornflakes, with some honey flavor in it. With an occasional cluster. There were more... It just felt better in the mouth.
The clusters in the red one for me didn't make that much of an impact.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean...
So I guess I didn't know this before, but I do want that honey.
To be honest, I mean, the clusters weren't that big of a factor in either. Like, I was a little disappointed in the number of clusters in both of them.
Yeah.
Definitely
I'd agree.
Clusters. But I liked the red more. It wasn't as sweet. I didn't feel as attacked in my palate eating the red one.
Attacked?
Just assaulted with sugar taste. So, red's my favorite. Blue's your favorite.
Blue's mine.
Now, which one is our Honey Bunches of Oats? And which one is our
That's a toughie.
Crunchy Honey Oats?
I really think the Honey Bunches of Oats is the red one. The OG is the red.
I'm going to agree with you. I think the
So
OG
that's what I
is the
think.
red.
Okay.
Well, guess what? My beautiful assistant
Not me,
wrote
by the way.
the results on here. So let's open them up and see. I'm going to insert a drum roll sound effect. Honey Bunches of Oats is the red. Great Value Crunchy Oats was the blue. So with this revelation, so I preferred the Honey Bunches of Oats.
You prefer the OG?
Based on this revelation, Mark, how do you feel about your preferred cereal being the Great Value Crunchy Oats?
Doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me at all. I can save a couple bucks by buying it.
Almost 50%.
Yeah.
Cost.
And if the oat thing is something that bothers me, they do sell it separately, so I wouldn't mind putting, a fourth of a cup of oats into each
Okay.
bowl of cereal.
Now,
Are they
we're
about the same?
gonna look in. Well, so I'm gonna give you this. We're gonna look at some of the nutrition facts and look into what goes in
Okay.
to this difference. All right. So, Crunchy Honey Oats, we've got serving size of 1 cup for 150 calories.
Okay.
What do you got?
Serving size, 1 cup, 160.
10 more calories, huh?
10 more.
Okay.
Where's that coming in?
I think in those little brown flakes. All right. Protein. How much protein you got? I got 3 grams.
We got 3 grams.
Okay, same amount there. Good. Hop down to the ingredients.
Yeah.
Okay, so my first ingredient, first listed, and we all know that ingredients are listed in proportion, right? So
Yeah.
the highest proportion things are at the top. Mine is de-germed yellow corn.
Mine is not that specific. Plain old corn.
Oh, you still got your germ in it, huh? Oh, that sucks. Then I got whole grain wheat,
Yep. Whole grain wheat, second.
sugar,
Sugar. Yep.
whole grain rolled oats,
Same.
rice,
Yep.
canola and or soybean oil.
Yes.
Really? Salt?
Wheat
Wait,
flour. Oh.
No, I mean corn syrup.
No. Wheat flour's next.
Wheat flour. I don't have any wheat flour in this at all. Salt, barley malt extract. Do you have any of that?
Malted barley flour,
Okay.
then corn syrup, then salt.
Okay. Do you have molasses anywhere on there?
Yep. After the salt,
Okay. Cinnamon.
I got honey next.
But do you have any cinnamon?
No cinnamon.
No cinnamon. Okay, Crunchy Honey Oats throwing some cinnamon there. Wow. Okay. Honey, caramel color, natural flavor. So
Yeah.
that's, I mean, for a breakfast cereal, that's a pretty clean ingredients list. Nothing too wild in there.
That's
So,
crazy.
that is. So it looks like Walmart trying to throw in cinnamon as an X factor. I mean, that's kind of a big
That is a big deal.
difference between the two.
That doesn't bother
That
me.
makes me want to. Can I taste it? Okay.
I don't think I tasted any cinnamon, but I wasn't looking.
No,
for
I'm not
it.
getting any cinnamon from it at all.
No.
Nope. Interesting that they put it
No
in there,
cinnamon.
though.
That's
Imagine
good,
if they did. They do have a cinnamon Honey Bunches of Oats.
So maybe they put more.
So, anyway, well, that's it. We just figured out we couldn't come to a consensus, no agreement at all, and we
No.
preferred different ones. And the final thing we do on this show are plugs, where we recommend something, anything, for those watching. Like literally could be anything, Mark. Is there anything that you have experienced, watched, eaten, anything recently that you would recommend to other people to try?
Experienced, watched, eaten. Let me think. Cheese. I love me some cheese.
Any specific cheese?
Manchego cheese from Spain is delicious, but don't get the young aged Manchego. You gotta get the older aged Manchego. That's good stuff. Don't be all weird about it. It's delicious.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. All right, for me, I don't know.
You got anything?
I am going to recommend sweatpants. They're comfortable to wear, and I work from home, and it's all I wear, and I'm living in a life of comfort. Jeans suck, guys. They're not worth it. So get yourself some sweatpants.
That is true.
So with that said, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Questionable Taste. We're going to come back with another episode in a couple weeks, and we hope to see you there. And thanks for watching.